Ladies and gentlemen, when I was 18, I thought I was doing pretty well for myself. I graduated with a 4.4 GPA. I was 11th in my class. I got a job offer from Tesla coming straight out of high school, and I got a full ride scholarship because of my ACT. So I thought I was doing pretty good. You know, my parents were proud. And then this morning I woke up and I read an article about this 18-year-old. Not sure if you guys have heard of him before. He's kind of well known a little bit. Maybe his name's LaMelo Ball. Okay, I was being sarcastic. Of course you've heard of him. And at 18, he purchased an NBL team. Just let that sink in for a second. He owns a professional basketball team at the age of 18. He could literally retire right now and just live off of the passive income that owning the team is gonna make him for however long he decides to own that team for. Now, in case you're curious as to what team he purchased, him and his manager, Jermaine Jackson, purchased the Illawarra Hawks, which is also the team LaMelo played for this past season. Kind of insane to think about when you realize that he's just 18 and already owns a professional basketball team. Now, there's two things I want to say about this. And in fact, I'm kind of shocked that no one in mainstream media has talked about it, and I haven't seen anyone talk about it in general, so I might actually be the first person. But the first thing, now let me get something straight. LaMelo is not the first basketball player from America to go overseas instead of going to college. However, in my opinion, he is the most famous one to go overseas. I know there's been other players. I believe Emmanuel Mudiay went, but I'm sure most of you don't even know who that is. Now, let's just pretend for a second you are a top-ranked basketball recruit in high school. But at the same time, you come from a neighborhood that is very poor. Your parents don't have a lot of money. You have offers coming in from UNC, Duke, UK, UCLA, every school, okay? You can go play ball anywhere you want to, but you don't really care about being a one and done. Your goal was never to get a bachelor's degree in the first place. You want to go to the NBA and make it big. Now, people have obviously known that they can go overseas and play ball, but there's been a lot of like speculation, like, is it gonna hurt my draft stock? Like, what's gonna happen if I don't really like it or whatnot? But I think the fact that LaMelo Ball went and he's still projected to be a top 3 to top 5 pick, he made a good amount of money, and it seems like he's doing great for himself out there. That's gonna put into perspective into a lot of these high school basketball players who might need money for their families right away. Because now the worries of this hurting their draft stock has probably lessened, given the fact that this didn't hurt LaMelo's draft stock at all. Now, granted, LaMelo does have a lot of hype, but let's just say a couple years ago when Zion graduated, if he would have decided to go overseas, I guarantee he would have made a good amount of money, sent some money to his family if they needed it, and still been a top pick in the NBA. Maybe not first, but top 3, top 5 for sure. Who knows? Maybe he would have gone first. I can't speak for anybody. I don't know if they would have drafted him first or not, you know? So I think this really puts it into people's minds. Let's say you're ranked number 3 in high school right now, and you come from a poor family. Your parents need money right away. Instead of going to North Carolina or Duke or Kentucky, where you're basically gonna be working for free, you're gonna be working to make the school and the NCAA money. Meanwhile, you don't get anything. So let's say you get injured, you tear your Achilles on your left leg and your ACL on your right leg during your freshman year in college. You're not getting paid. Your draft stock has dropped significantly, all because you were working for free to make the school money and to make the NCAA money. Now, if I'm a top ranked recruit and I know my family needs money and I saw how well it went for LaMelo Ball, why wouldn't I go? Why wouldn't I? Because now the fear of it not working out has significantly lessened, because it seems to have worked out very well for LaMelo. Granted, I'm not saying that people who go are gonna make enough money to buy a team. That's probably not the way it works, but he still made, I don't even know how much money they make overseas, but I'm just gonna say on the low end, at least $100,000. And that is for sure, like on the low end. I'm sure it's more for players like LaMelo or players that are ranked 2nd, 3rd in the nation coming out of high school. So I think this is really gonna affect the NCAA and the NBA potentially forever if more of these high school athletes are gonna say, you know what, I'm not gonna be exploited by the NCAA. I'm not gonna let them make me work for free when I don't need to do this, when I could go take my talents overseas and get paid for my hard work. So I think a lot of players are gonna be doing that in the next starting in the next like 3 years or so, maybe even sooner. We're gonna see a lot more high school players going overseas. Now, the second thing I wanna say about this, LaMelo Ball, I'm gonna make a prediction in the next 5 to 10 years, he's gonna be a billionaire. Maybe not necessarily that soon, but he'll be a billionaire at the latest by the time he retires from the NBA. Granted, his brother has a lot of money and his family has a lot of money because they made money from Big Baller Brand, and obviously we all know why Lonzo has money. He's not in the NBA, so he doesn't have a rookie deal or a max deal. Now let's say in 6 or 7 years when he's eligible for a max deal, let's say he gets around $200 million. Ladies and gentlemen, if he's already making big investments like this at 18, and I notice how I didn't say big purchase, because a big purchase sounds like a big waste of money, but a big investment sounds like something smart. So if he's already making a big investment at the age of 18 with not a lot of money, what makes you think that when he's like 26 and gets a $200 million deal from the NBA, he's not going to make even smarter investments? That's why I'm saying he's going to be a billionaire by the time he's like around 30, plus or minus a couple years. I don't know when, but I think this guy's going to be a billionaire. LaMelo, I think this was an A+ move. Good for you, dude. Wish you the best. And for the video, that wraps it up. Hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like if you did and subscribe if you're new. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.